you ever play recorders on the in school? Like those little flute-like things?
Yeah, the first couple of years they teach you how to play recorder. And then you have to, like, take the book home and practice and learn everything.
We just did it in class.
You didn't have to practice at home?
No, I don't think so.
You play hot cross buns and shit?
Yeah.
I remember we had a project where we had to write our own song, and my song was called The Game, and it was just a freestyle impression of me trying to play Triple H's theme music. Like, I didn't practice it. I didn't write it. I was just like, do-do-do, do-do-do. It was terrible. DanDans, welcome to What Game Are You Gaming? Episode 14. Right?
No,
I do this every time.
I have no fucking idea.
I do this every time. You're wrapped in a blankie.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You got the window open.
I do have the window open. Well, it's a nice rainy gray day.
Yeah, and it's like 50 degrees, so it's cold in here.
Would you feel better if I closed the door?
No. I mean, as long as you're not uncomfortable that I'm having a blanket.
This is episode 15 of What Game Are You Gaming? DanDans, in this podcast, we talk about games. We talk about what games we've been gaming. We talk about an overarching topic. Then we get the fuck out. We don't want to stay too long. You know what I'm saying? My name is Ian. This is the artist formerly known as Mike Charles.
Let's play games.
Still haven't settled on a catchphrase for this one, have I?
I'm gonna change it every time.
So
I can only have one catchphrase.
Our overarching topic this week is going to be our impressions on the Nintendo Switch. Because I bought a Switch, I got Mario Kart, I got Zelda. I've been playing it for days. You came over, you tried it for the first time today. Mm-hmm. But first, what game are you gaming?
Well, the Marvel Heroes closed beta has launched like a week ago or something. And I was home like last weekend, and I was trying to play different sorts of games, trying to watch TV, watch a show, watch a movie, and nothing. I didn't want it, like everything I was trying to do. I was just bored and nothing was interested in me. Like, you know what? I want to play this game. Mm-hmm. So I broke down and I bought a Founders Pack to play in the open beta.
You texted me, and you were like, I really want to play Marvel Heroes. And I was like, well, go for it.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
So yeah, it was $20 for the Founders Pack, but it's not like you're paying $20 just to play. You get like a character and some in-game currency and some other shit, like some boosts. And so there's going to be like a progress wipe for the closed beta at like May 16th or something. So I didn't want to like put in a ton of progress with one character. You can play every character up to level 10. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been like sampling different characters to once the game launches to decide like who I want to unlock. Bullet points for what I have to say. It's really good. It feels really good on console, on controller, which I mean, I used a controller on the PC, but man, it's so nice that it just doesn't look like shit. Because like on my PC, like I had to have it on the lowest settings, and it didn't look good, and it was laggy and shit. Like, it runs way better. There's some bugs, but it's a fucking beta, so it's to be expected. I'm not gonna gripe on them for that yet. There's a lot of differences from this to the PC game.
What are the differences?
Like the crafting system is completely different. Like nobody really knows how it works yet, because there's not like a tutorial. I mean, there's like one crafter that will craft you new items. One crafter you can like add attributes and do different shit to the items you already have. One crafter is like a vendor that sells you other crafting materials you can buy, and then one like creates like different, I think they use like they're like a research person. So it seems like maybe you use them to like create different recipes, or like interacting with them affects what your other crafters can do. So I'm just like, one of the things, you have to level up your crafters by like donating gear to them. So instead of like selling anything, you just want to like donate everything in the early stages of the game. So that's like one big thing, which like I'm interested in like figuring it out, learning it. It's the only thing is I don't know what the possibilities are going to be when they're like fully leveled up and stuff, you know, but it doesn't seem too complicated yet. There's not that many options yet because they're all still really low level. One thing I liked at first, there's aspects that's more like Diablo than the PC was, where when you get new gear, there's those like arrows that tell you like, oh, this will make your attack better but your defense lower. I've read that like they might not be like completely accurate because like there's certain attributes that they don't take into account, but
like
for
like gems and stuff.
Yeah, but for like early on in the game when you're leveling up and gear is like disposable, it's like, okay, that's the green arrows. Once you're like level 60 and you have like, you might want to take a closer look. Yeah. But I mean, that's to be expected with a game like this.
You do the math.
But when I first noticed, because like when I do get like in the beginning, like on PC, like in the beginning levels, like every fucking time it's like, okay, like I want to still like wear the better gear, but like I gotta fucking read through all these things to see what it is, and it's like, oh my god. Question. So it's nice to just see at a glance, like, okay, for now I'm just gonna put this and throw the other thing away.
In Diablo, you get gear and it changes the way your character looks. So if I'm playing as Spider-Man and I get a new torso piece, is it gonna change the way I look?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
You can like get costumes and stuff, but that's like you need like microtransactions and stuff like that. I don't know if you're gonna be able to. At this point, it doesn't seem like you can. Okay, so that brings me into the thing that I'm most concerned about right now. It's the beta, so I don't know like what the features are gonna be at that point in the future. But the thing that concerns me most is like the economy system of like it's a free to play game. And so in the PC version, the thing I spent money on was like storage space, because like you get new items and there's things you want to save, and eventually like you like run out of storage space, so you need to buy more. In this, like your inventory and your storage is less and it costs more to expand. But it seems like the gear and the crafting system, like the gear your player uses is different. Like there's less like slots. It's simplified a little bit, and just the gearing system is different. So it seems like there's less items you need to hold on to. So the smaller space might get you farther than the other thing would, but still the prices don't seem the prices seem pretty high. And there's other things like the PC version, like so there's these things that drop called Eternity Splinters, and those are like the in-game currency that drop that you can use to buy things like a new hero. Like you can use real world money or Eternity Splinters to buy a new hero. In the PC version, you could buy a random hero box, which was like 175 splinters, where most characters were 400 or 600.
How long does it take you to get a splinter?
I think they drop like every 5 to 10 minutes, and it seems like
just one. Sometimes,
like by chance, you'll get like a big drop, like that's 4 or 5. But in the PC version, it wasn't too bad. Like playing a couple hours, you could get like a random hero box. You know, I played a month or two and I had like 8 heroes maybe. And I only really put in time with 2. And like just from playing with those 2, I was able to get a bunch. But there's no random hero box at this point, and it is a beta, but like I've read something just like on a forum that somebody said they read or heard that they weren't gonna add it, or they didn't have plans to. And then also like in the PC, there's like daily login rewards where it's like on day 1 you get this, on day 2 you get this, and it's little shit. It's like every 10 days you get like 5 Eternity Splinters, and you might get
just something
like
to keep you coming back. Keep playing.
And that shit I read isn't going to be in it. And so there's little things like that where I feel like they're being way more stingy on the console version, and that makes me concerned. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt at this point because it's the closed beta, and I don't know what's going to be in the final game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my main concern right now. And it's going to be like kind of a wait and see thing. But I'm going to hold off on spending any money yet. Because, I mean, I don't need to yet.
And when the game drops, you will already have been used to it, and you kind of have the ins and outs of the system.
Well, and like, when you start the game, the way it works is you do like the prologue, and then they give you 400 Eternity Splinters to buy your first character.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the Deadpool Founders Pack because I played with him on PC. I knew I liked him. So I just went with him. So when that happens, I'll probably start with Deadpool and hold on to my 400, try to rack up some more, think and decide what I want to do. But yeah, right now I'm playing, like, I'm just like trying out all the different characters, so that when it actually launches, even open beta, because open beta, there's not going to be a wipe, like your progress will carry over. I can hopefully decide like which character I want to start with. So far, I really like. Actually, my two favorite characters are Scarlet Witch and Storm.
Two
are really fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Ghost Rider's fun too.
Yeah. His movies weren't.
No.
I think we have probably spoken about Marvel Heroes on at least a quarter of these episodes.
No, it's only been like 3 or 4. Well, that's like a fifth maybe.
Whatever. we talk about Marvel Heroes a lot, but it's okay because like you're passionate about it. You know what I'm saying?
I hope it's good on PS4.
Yeah, dude. I hope they put it on Switch, but that's a little bit of foreshadowing. I have been playing.
Just play it on PS4 though.
Okay.
It's gonna have trophies.
Yeah.
There's gonna be platinum.
I'm in. I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit. I haven't played it in like a week or a week and a half. Just to catch up a little bit on how I feel about that game. There's nothing really keeping me coming back as far as the story goes. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the story.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lady who looks like my mom. Maybe it's my mom. Maybe it's me from the past or the future. There's a guy I met who has a focus. He's been spying on me or whatever. That's it.
I was confused. Yeah,
like,
I didn't get as
like,
far as you.
The Sun King, like the Grand Sun King, go to the kingdom of Mogava or whatever. And I'm like, who are these people? Who are these people? Like, why?
Did you watch the cinematic
yes.
video? Okay, because that's the second time you made that reference.
But yeah, the story I don't give half a shit about, and I kept coming back because I felt like I wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get it done so I can play something else. The gameplay I think is fun. The monsters are cool, but it doesn't blow me away.
I wasn't feeling it. I don't know what it is. I wasn't feeling it.
I love Gorilla. Which
is really disappointing.
PlayStation 4 exclusives, but like I kept coming back to it because I'm like, let's finish this.
Yeah.
I'm like halfway there and I'm 22 hours in. I got to put it on the back burner for a while. I don't feel like playing it.
Yeah. That's my thing. I had to put it aside because I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm not going to sell it because like I want to come back to it, you know.
I'll change course a little bit from you. It's not that I'm not feeling it. When I'm playing it, I'm feeling it. When I'm playing it, I'm like, okay, nice. Like, I got to get over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got to get this thing. Oh, I got to go see a merchant. I need more wire to make more stuff. I need a new, like, shotgun sort of thing. That's cool to me. But when I put it down, I don't have the, got to get home and play Horizon.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the mark of an excellent game is when I, like, oh, shit, I'm so pissed I have to go to work because I want to play Horizon.
Yeah.
Don't have that for this game.
Yeah. So far with Marvel Heroes, I'm not like that, but it's just because I'm not putting any in. All my progress isn't going to matter, you know?
Other than Horizon, I played a little bit of Vikings Wolves of Midgard, which I think I talked a little bit about last time.
You talked about it on the 616 podcast with Robinson.
That you can listen to on SoundCloud or iTunes.
You just mentioned it, though.
It's fun. It's very Diablo-like.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I can say right now. I played an hour and a half, maybe. I paid fucking full price $60 for it. I don't regret it because I appreciate the balls of that team to make like a Diablo clone and charge $60 for it.
Yeah.
It's not a $60 game.
No.
No, maybe 30 at best. The character creation is scant at best, to quote Mark Borchardt. It's like, you want to do a male or female? I'll do a male. What hair, beard, and skin color? These. All right, you ready to go? Like, I didn't get to choose my starting gear. There was like 4 different options for tattoos, like 3 different options for beard, 4 different options for hair, like 4 different color options. There's no color wheel you can pinpoint it. Very bare bones. The gameplay itself is fine. It's fun. I barely spent any time with it though, but
Yeah.
DanDans, if you're listening, don't pay $60 for it.
Probably a small team, but like at the same time, they don't charge $60 for it.
No, it's not worth $60. But hopefully they can use the money of the people who did pay $60 to make another better game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's good. I'm going to
$60.
go through it more, but I put it aside for now because of topic of the show, which we said last week you're not going to do.
No. I almost did it.
I know.
Holy shit, because it was like they're frozen, but I'm like, nope.
The topic of the show this week is the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, you bought one.
And our impressions and what we think of it. That's what impressions are. So I bought one.
Did you get it on Amazon? How'd you get it?
Here's the thing. The store that I work for, we put out a bounty for the Nintendo Switch, which meant if you bring in your Switch, which retails for $300, we will give you $350 for it.
Yeah, because
that's a come up. GameStop's offering $180. You know what I'm saying? So we're paying more than it's even worth.
What are you selling them for?
That's a whole other thing we'll talk about off
Okay.
here. Because there was a snafu. But we paid high to get a couple in the store just to brag on our social media. Like, hey, you can't get a Switch anywhere. We've got one. If you want to try it, see if you like it, come in with us. We weren't even selling it at first.
Mm-hmm.
The snafu of what we're going to price it at still exists, but we're going to give one away. Like, so there was a bunch of people on our page who were just like, oh, I could get 500 on eBay. And it's like,
then sell it on eBay.
Or you can get 180 at GameStop, dude.
Yeah.
Or just keep it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not requiring you to do anything. Like, we're offering this. The idea was if you're out doing your shopping and you see a Switch, bring it to us. And you can make after tax like a $30 profit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a little silly, but anyway. I ordered one on Amazon.
People are just fucking entitled assholes.
Exactly. I ordered one for the store because I was going to cash in on the bounty. And then Tara and I went to Target and they had 2 of them. So I just bought another one. And so I kept the one that I bought at Target. A whole miscommunication happened and I talked to my boss and she was just like, we don't need that one you ordered, so I canceled it. So I didn't get the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But I got one for me that I kept. And I've played maybe 5 or 6 hours of Zelda. And I've played maybe 2 hours of Mario Kart. And the machine as a whole in handheld mode, I fucking love. I think it is so cool. Popping the Joy-Cons off and putting them in the controller to play on the TV is cool. I don't have a problem with the Joy-Con controller thing.
It's not perfect. It's not like perfect. Super comfortable. It feels a little weird, but it's not terrible either. No, it's totally playable.
Yeah, I don't like. Greg Miller was talking about how like it's too small and it cramps his thumbs. Yeah. It doesn't do that to me. Greg is like 6'3", 6'4", so his hands are probably a lot bigger than mine. But it's not a problem to me. We pulled the Joy-Cons off and kept them in free hands, like Jace Plays Games likes to do, and my buddy Giuseppe likes to do. For Mario Kart, not a fan.
I didn't like it.
It's okay. If that was my only option, I could do it.
I could probably get used to it, but like it was really weird.
Yeah.
And like it might be better for Zelda where you're just kind of like walking around, but like a racing game where it was hard to get used to.
Yeah. I felt it when I had like one hand by my head and my other hand down by my lap playing a racing game, I felt a disconnect. according to what I was seeing on the screen. Like, I felt like what I was doing in my hands was not happening on the screen.
Yeah.
Whereas just put your hands together, regular controller style, you kind of have that steering wheel feel.
That's still how I played it.
Yeah.
Even with the two separate ones, I still hold it together.
I purposely distanced my hands to get the feeling.
And it was still weird.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing holding them together. I was still... and then I also played it popping the
kickstand,
the things off on the handheld thing,
mm-hmm.
so like the controller, and played the game screen on the table.
You pop the kickstand and you put the Joy-Cons in the Joy-Con grip.
So like you could do that if you were like on a plane or something. I don't know. I did not prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
The screen felt way too small because when you're on a chair on a desk, it's farther from you, so I was still like leaning forward and playing like right.
Yeah, you
in my
hunched
face.
forward like a real grandpa.
Yeah, it felt too small.
Yeah.
Where I figure if like I don't think I would ever play like that, because if I was on a plane or like I keep saying that because in the trailer they show the guy put it on the table. If I would still just use it as a handheld. If I was ever in a situation where that was applicable, I would just use it as the handheld because the handheld felt really good. It's a big handheld, but that's what's cool. Like the screen is big for a handheld.
I think the reason some people would pop the kickstand and play it in tabletop mode is because of you might have it in your head that it's too heavy.
Yeah.
And then your arms will get tired. But if your arms get tired, you're a fucking pussy because it's not heavy.
You could play like this. Yeah. You could put it on your lap.
It's not heavy at all.
When I'm on my Vita on the train, I go like this. I'm not on my Vita. I'm not normally like this.
So what you do is you put it in your lap. What you don't do is hold it up by your eyes and sit up straight.
Yeah.
I said before I owned one that I figured most of the time I would play in handheld mode, like 3DS mode, all of it together.
Yeah.
And that has been the case. I have not played Zelda on my TV. Like, I only play it in my hand as a handheld, and I love it that way. Mario Kart I've played on the TV and as the handheld. Both are fine.
It was funny. I think I did the best. Like, I was best at the game handheld mode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the screen's right in front of you.
I played online with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a little bit. Totally seamless. You go into a room, you pick your character, and then they show a globe, and you and a bunch of other Miis run all over the globe. A round globe. These are not flat Earth theorists. And then eventually, like, things come up, and they're like 4 different options or random. And it's like, which level would you want to play? So then, like, everybody's choices go on the screen, and it does, like, an eeny, meeny, miny, mo sort of thing to pick your level. So then after you complete that race, it brings you back to the globe, and you get a new level.
Yeah.
And you can just keep going. And if you win the race, when you walk up on the globe for the next time, you're wearing a big gold and ruby crown. And you can, like, press buttons and say different, like, predetermined messages, like, I almost got you, or I'm coming for you, or, like, I tried my best, stuff like that. Very kid-friendly. You can't even write your own custom stuff. No voice chat, because the word is there's going to be an app that you can use to speak to people.
Like on your fucking smartphone, right?
Which is hilarious because it's 2017. There's no built-in voice chat. But I don't use built-in voice chat.
No, I don't.
So I don't give a fuck.
But still, that's like...
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You have to have that. That's dumb.
But the online was totally seamless, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was very fun, and so that was pretty cool. Dude, Zelda is awesome. And I
cool.
tweeted about this. I went on a big rant / diatribe about how I feel like hand-holding in Western games is so ridiculous. I complained about it a lot for Drawn to Death when I did the Let's Play of that. I'm talking 3 minutes of menus to teach you how to pick a gun up and reload.
That was like free on PlayStation Plus, and I played it for like a half an hour.
It's a piece of shit.
And it wasn't good.
No. But the tutorials and everything in that game are horrific.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games that are like that nowadays, where I said on a much shorter version on Twitter, and I said to you earlier, I'm playing Zelda. I find a recipe, and I'm like, how do I cook this? I find an old man. He's by a campfire and a cooking pot. I get all my ingredients out. I drop them over the cooking pot. They don't go in. And I'm like, pick it back up, try again. They fall on the floor. So I pick it back up, and I'm looking at it, and I go, well, the fucking fire's over there. I can't pick up the cooking pot. But this isn't going to cook without fire. So I just looked at it for a minute and I was like, hold on. Went in my inventory, I pulled out something wood and I hit the fire. My wooden thing lit on fire. And then I hit the cooking pot and the cooking pot lit on fire. And it was like, da 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 da. And I was like, okay. So then I took my shit out and I dropped it next to the cooking pot and it went in there and it cooked it. They didn't have to tell me what to do. I didn't need menus to teach me how to cook or what, nothing.
Yeah.
I looked at a problem. I thought, well, I should just be able to light this fire, and I could light the goddamn fire.
And it's not fucking cryptic.
No.
Like Castlevania 2. Like,
Yeah.
it's all there.
Hold the red crystal and kneel down next to the wall on the left until a tornado comes and takes you away.
Like, it's all there. Like, you can figure it out. It's not that, yeah.
There's just a
Sounds
sense
cool.
of wonder with Japanese games. Like, graphically and just the way it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda Breath of the Wild is a lot like The Last Guardian. And I don't know if a lot of people would agree with that because a lot of people didn't play The Last Guardian. But, like, they'll just show you something. There will be a strange noise. It'll zoom in on something.
Mm-hmm.
And then all those three things, you think about, why did they show me this? Why does it make that sound when I walk over here? There's a light up there. And you look at all these different key objects and you try things.
Yeah.
And it's trial and error, but then you figure it out. And it's just
rewarding.
Japanese games are so much different. It's just like, here you go. What do I do? I don't know, man. Try it.
Yeah.
And it's just like a thing that Jace Plays Games on Twitter pointed out was that in Zelda, there's a lot of times that I've been stuck because I was like, well, there's a fucking wall here. You can climb anything. Anything in the game. A wall, it doesn't need to be yellow like Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there's a yellow pipe or a yellow ladder or a yellow rope. That means you can climb it. If you can look at it in this game, you can pretty much climb anything. Even if it's a mountain, you have to just gauge your stamina, try to look for places where you can rest before you climb again. I thought I was stuck because I came out of a mountain and I couldn't get around this big cliff. All I had to do was climb the cliff and manage my stamina. And that was the tutorial for learning how to climb, was you better get over this wall.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just, it's
out.
so different. The combat's really fun. Graphically, it looks a little dated.
Yeah.
Especially when you play on the TV, some of the, like, boxes and shadows are kind of jaggy.
Yeah.
But
it's
on the
also
handheld,
a stylistic thing, too.
Yeah.
To
on the
a degree.
handheld, it's super smooth. Way less jaggies on the handheld.
We played Mario Kart a little bit. I haven't played Zelda, but to this point, I'm much more optimistic about this than, like, I already feel like this is going to be way more successful than the Wii U was.
It already is.
There's way more hype around it. I didn't hear anyone fucking trying to get a Wii U.
The Switch has already sold over 1 million.
And could you imagine how much they'd sell if they had kept them in stock? But okay, so that's the thing. You have a PS4. I was talking about this when we were playing Mario Kart. Nintendo has such a niche market, and they could be so fucking successful if they could just do it right. And maybe they're doing it right now. I don't know. So wait and see. Because you pointed out that, like, when was the last time we played a game like this that wasn't a Nintendo game?
It's couch co-op. We're
Other
sitting
than
there.
like PS2 games for Let's Plays.
Yeah, when we're not doing Let's Play Friday, we don't really play games together like that.
And like you like want to have a party on Friday of like a fucking Mario Kart party. Like nobody does that for anything on PS4 or Xbox. Their PS4 and Xbox are basically the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
They have there's certain exclusives, but really nobody needs both. But every hardcore gamer could make an argument to have a Nintendo and an Xbox, a Nintendo and a PS4, because it serves a different purpose. You know what I mean? They just have to fucking do it right. They just they always fuck it up.
Nintendo always finds a way to fuck it up.
Like they're in such a good position. People want, like, in spite of their fuck ups, people still want to like them and buy their shit. You know what I mean?
With Nintendo, with the Switch specifically, like I said when you came over, I was like, this thing is really cool and I love it. Just because I have one, I'm not blind. There are 2 fucking games I want to play on this thing right now.
There's
And-
nothing else.
I mean, there is stuff when I went to the Nintendo eShop. There is stuff like there's a game called Wonder Boy, which is like an 8-bit sort of thing. I'm so fucking tired of that stuff. That's why I haven't played Shovel Knight. I'm fucking tired of those games right now. But Shovel Knight's on there. The new DLC for Shovel Knight just went on there. I Am Setsuna is on there, which is a fantastic JRPG that I would definitely play on the Switch if I didn't just play it on PS4. It was my runner-up for Game of the Year last year. So that's a great game on Switch.
If there was ever, like, would there ever be a situation where a game comes out on PS4 and the Switch same day and you play the Switch over the PS4?
It really depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure because I like to get trophies, but at the same time, when I was playing Zelda and playing Mario Kart, I felt so liberated that there were no trophies.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason. I don't know why. Like, I was playing Mario Kart and I heard somebody complain. I think it was on Kotaku Split Screen. I was listening to their podcast because I'm in desperate need of gaming news. Now they don't follow Kind of Funny. Like, I feel so out of the loop. But they were talking about how Mario Kart 8 is kind of 8 Deluxe on the Switch is a little bit of a give and take because most of the stuff is already unlocked. All the characters are already there because they were like considered DLC and unlockable. So they give you everything right from the start. You can still unlock new kart parts and like wheels and shit like that, which is fine. I don't give a fuck because I ride standard only. But
yeah, me too.
I tried a bike and I played as Link. I usually play as Yoshi standard. Tried a bike, played as Link. I ate my asshole. Like, the handling is so different, which maybe that's cool. Like, I can learn how to master a bike. Yeah. But
it is cool. It's a cool option.
Yeah. So Mario Kart and Zelda are great. I Am Setsuna is an amazing game. Ukulele is on its way. There are games
that might be fun.
Yeah, there are games that I want to play on the Switch.
Yeah.
If a game came out on Switch and PS4, I'm probably getting it on PS4 like 99.7% of the time. But when I look at what could come to the Switch, like Super Mario Odyssey is coming, I don't think I give a fuck.
I don't really like Super Mario games.
I don't either. And that's so sacrilege to say if you're a hardcore gamer, but I don't think I give a fuck.
I played like Super Mario Land on the DS. That thing was a waste of money.
The 3DS?
I don't even know where it is. And yeah, it was okay. Like, it was fun, but like, it's just like, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the type of game I really want to play.
I was super excited when I got my 3DS and I played Pokemon on it and I played Zelda Link Between Worlds.
I should play some of the Zelda games.
Yeah. Link Between Worlds is fantastic. I played a couple games on my 3DS and then it collected dust. So, but with the Switch, when I think about what's coming, Super Mario Odyssey, I don't really care. They could show like trailers and gameplay that I could be like, oh, that's what this is. Okay, maybe it'll hook me, but for now, no. But dude, like a new Pokemon on the Switch could be a maze. When Virtual Console drops and I can play, I would assume Super Nintendo, if they can give me some N64, and the strong rumor is GameCube. Like, that fucking library on this thing
that would
blows my dick off.
Yeah, I mean, that would make me maybe buy one.
That's where I was gonna ask you now.
Yeah.
Is how do you feel about this thing? Would you buy one?
It's really cool. Like, I do think like that. I felt more optimistic because of the hype, and then playing it, it's like, no, this is like what the Wii U should have been.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
This was the idea, but like fully realized. Like the Wii U was a half step, and it was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Some very good games. But
the console and the system was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it was so stupid. Like, so many just backward things. This is the fully realized vision, and it's awesome that you can actually bring a console on the road.
It's what the Vita should have
console
been.
Experience. Like, it's a true hybrid, and it's awesome. There's never been anything like this. So yeah, like, honestly, I'd consider it, but there has to be more options on it.
What will sell you to get you to come over?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I'll know until it's there. Because
honestly, it would be dope if we could play these games together.
Yeah.
Because I got Lizzie's friend code at work. We're gonna play Mario Kart together, and then if you get
It's
on
like Mario
there,
Kart's fun, but like
Yeah.
I'd play it for a few hours
Mhm.
by myself, and then I would never play it again.
Mario Kart to me is a lot like the Skate franchise or the
Yeah.
UFC franchise. It's a podcast game. So I can play Mario Kart forever and just catch up on my podcast or even put on a record
Yeah.
and just hang out. But like you don't get Mario Kart for the story. So for me it's not a couple hours and throw it away. Like
Yeah.
I can go to Mario Kart whenever I want. Dude, give me a new Mario Golf. Mario Golf on 3DS World Tour was so fucking good.
Maybe I'll dig out my 3DS and buy Mario Golf.
Fuck, dude, that game was so much fun. I played as the Yosh. Dude, I fucked
gotta
it
play
up.
Yosh.
And then you would go to like Peach's level and the grass was pink and it hurt
Nice.
your eyes after a while.
But yeah, the virtual console would be one of the most
Mhm.
intriguing things for me to get me on board.
Dude, if they could get N64 games and
GameCube,
maybe
too.
game. Like that's the thing is with GameCube, I don't have much experience with those at all. I bought a
but
GameCube.
that's like what's exciting.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. That's why that's why I want it. I bought a GameCube and bought WWE Day of Reckoning 2
Yeah.
and the Resident Evil remake. Those are the only games I ever bought. Because I got my GameCube for like $70 at the time with
Mhm.
controllers and a game. I think I got it at like a flea market or some shit. But it was worth it for as much as I played with it. But
When I was a kid, I always wanted to play Pikmin.
yeah, I never played any
I always
of those.
thought Pikmin looked fun, but I never had a GameCube or a Nintendo. So
Tara was saying that if a new Animal Crossing comes to Switch, which it will, she's like, then it's my Switch.
I don't like. I've never played those. What is the attraction of those games?
Tara loves.
I don't see what's like. I just want someone to explain to me what's fun
Should I
about
call
it.
her?
Sure.
Let's see if I can get her on the line real quick. Because she is all about simulator games and Pikmin or Animal Crossing specifically. She's working on her homework, so I hope I didn't interrupt her.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh no! Anyway, she loves the Animal Crossing games. I think you're a dude and you're like the new guy in town, and like Tom Nook is the mayor, and I think you have to like build relationships with the people.
But aren't you like an animal?
Yeah,
You're
it's
all
called Animal
animals.
Crossing. Yeah.
But you're like different kinds.
Uh-huh. And there's a dog and he plays guitar and shit.
The only thing that I thought, like, I remember one time being at a friend's house and watching him play. The only thing that seemed fun was collecting items to decorate your house with. I could see what's fun about that.
I think
Is-
that's half the attraction.
You get like weird shit,
Mhm.
like random shit.
I'm on board with the Switch so far. I am not blind. I realize there's barely anything to play on it.
But right now, there's enough for you to play that you want, like, could justify getting it.
Oh yeah, I can play Zelda for like 40, 50 hours,
Mhm.
like, and that's just a story as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And it's so obtuse that it's taken me forever to just like figure stuff out as it is. Like that's one of the things I was talking about with Japanese games that are different, where I had like my marker on the map where I was supposed to go, and I was walking there and I saw this really thick area of trees, and I was like, that looks interesting. And then I saw that there was white smoke billowing out of it, and I was like, who lit that fire? So then I go off the beaten path and walk through, and I find that old man again. He's like, don't bother me, I'm hunting. That's all he said. And I was like, if he can hunt, I can hunt. So I took my bow out and I crouched, and I like got too close to a boar, so he ran away, and I was like, fuck! And then I like crouched again, I was walking up and I found this elk thing, and I shot him in the head and I killed him, and he dropped 2 pieces of raw meat. And it was just like, raw meat will replenish 1 heart, but if you cook it, it will replenish. And I was like, okay, I gotta cook this shit. So then I pull up my ingredients and I'm looking at what I have. I have found spicy peppers, I have found apples, I have found fish meat, goat meat, bird meat, and all this shit. So then I go over to the fire and I'm cooking all this different stuff. I think at one point I mixed apples, like fish, and an acorn. And I was like, what is this gonna do? And it like came back and the food was so bad it was censored. And it was like, it won't make you sick, but whatever. But then I mixed apples, honey, and the goat meat, and it came up with this like honey crisp pork chop, which restores like 5 hearts. So you need to figure out good recipes to cook good shit. Dude, Breath of the Wild is so much fun. And Mario Kart 8 is so much fun. I can't wait. Friday night, all the DanDans are invited. It's going to be pizza. It's going to be Mario Kart. We're going to... Thank you for sneezing in your shirt and not the blanket.
Who do you think I am, an animal?
Animal. Oh boy. You got any parting words?
Nope.
DanDans, this is What Game Are You Gaming, episode 15. What game are you gaming? What do you think about the Switch? Leave a comment below. We love you, and we'll see you next time.